Broadcasting from outside time, streaming from the edge of insanity, it's the super fun, amazing Time Show! Give it up for the year's best musical act, the Bland Jam Band! Our guest today is the one and only Carl Jung. Let's hope he's not Carl Old! Ha ha! Stick around for our epic musical act featuring 9 Inch Nails, Cher and Dua Lipa from Another Dimension. Then, AI Chan returns for a deep dive on all things on belief. But now, here's your host, the one, the only, he's a puppet, Mr. Gray! Oh yeah, and we've got that other one.
What the hell, people? We take 1 month off and alien disclosure goes nuclear. The Boogasphere that was debunked clapped back, but even then it was snubbed by Western media. Thank God for YouTube auto-translation. Then we have Dr. Beatrice Villarroel, who proved UFOs love hanging out around nukes. It's peer-reviewed, solid evidence, and those pesky humans are still sleeping on the evidence. Have you looked into Robert Hastings' book on UFOs and nukes? Enjoy that tasty little UFO rabbit hole, people. Now, don't get me started on 3-Eye Atlas. Nice job, remote viewers. You made Third Eye Spies sound like Third Eye Blind. Thanks for stranding the elites on this violent rock and not warning me about my crypto crashing. What a big nothing burger. Moving on. Now the government is pushing this age of disclosure fear-mongering. Listen, America, you aren't that special that aliens want to invade you. Instead, they're eating popcorn, watching the most violent Earth pop off nukes on the planet. Now. You've all seen the trailer. Spielberg is ripping off my show. Come on, man. Be original. Stop stealing my content on crop circles, remote viewing, channeling like Bashar, and expanded consciousness through psionic techniques. Meanwhile, the media is ignoring the fucking tridactyls in Peru, proving we once cohabited with aliens. Anyway, we'll have Carl Jung talk about, stuff. And as you know, after the human Earth and puppet Earth combined, we ended up with a Tron movie sung by 9 Inch Nails, Dua Lipa, and Cher. You know, all those popular trendy people that will give this show some more likes. So let's fucking go!
That's right, Mr. Gray! Let's fucking go! But first, let's hear from our sponsors.
The once banned in school watercolors are now back as a limited Netflix series. Produced by Studio Ghibli. Excessive gore and violence wrapped in a friendly watercolor facade. It's Predator and Bear. They slay, literally.
Identify yourselves immediately.
Watch it on Netflix this holiday season. Netflix. We only cancel the good stuff.
What are you doing?
It's gonna be another great day for violence in America today. Another Black Friday Purge Day is upon us. Right now. Get out of my way. Here's that widescreen TV reporting live from the Black Friday Purge. Be safe, everyone. God bless you all. When the doors find the
Black
super fun, amazing time show, everyone. And now let's transport in Carl Jung, the man who brought the collective unconscious out of the shadows and into the forefront of the psychological field. Woohoo!
Please welcome the man who looked into the abyss and took notes, the father of analytical psychology, Carl Jung. Doc, we're talking belief. The materialists say the brain creates God like a computer creates an image. Well?
Hello, Mr. Gray. Thank you so much for having me on your show. I have watched it, and in your past episode, you said that consciousness is like the mind tuning into a radio, right? A receiver for something else. You see, the modern view is that the ego, the I, is the master of the house. But I discovered that the ego is merely a small island floating on a vast, dark ocean I call the collective unconscious. And yes, like you mentioned in your last episode, we do not generate these signals, Mr. Gray. We receive them.
Wait, what, so I'm right?
That doesn't happen often.
But how do you know that? How do you know it's not just random noise in our heads?
Because I listened. For decades, I listened to the dreams of my patients, scientists, housewives, ordinary people. And then I studied the myths of ancient peoples, Gnostic texts, and alchemy. I found that the same patterns, the same stories, kept reappearing in people who had no way of knowing each other. Whether it was a patient in Zurich dreaming of a solar phallus, or an ancient liturgy describing the same image, the structure was identical. These are not invented ideas. They are inherited possibilities of representation. They are the riverbeds along which the current of psychic life has always flowed.
Okay, but what about those religious nuts, crazy cults, and biblical believers? Is this just a massive human hallucination?
It is not an invention, Mr. Gray. It is an involuntary confession. You see, the modern man believes he invents his own thoughts, but he is mistaken. The psyche is not inside us. We are inside the psyche. We are like small bowls dipped into a pre-existing ocean. The water does not come from the bowl. The bowl is merely holding a piece of it for a moment. When the human soul encounters the great waves of this ocean, these archetypes, it is an overwhelming experience. It burns. So, humanity builds religions not as lies, but as containers. Dogmas, creeds, rituals. These are protective walls designed to safeguard us from the raw, fiery power of the numinous. They allow us to look at the fire without being consumed by it. That signal we receive, well, it comes from the roots of the universe itself. Late in my life, I began to suspect that these patterns, the hero, the mother, the self, are not merely in the brain. They are in the fabric of matter itself. I call it the unus mundus, the one world where mind and matter are the same thing. When a man sees a vision of God, he is not hallucinating. He is colliding with a superior will within the system. He is touching the fundamental structure of reality. The tragedy of the modern man is that he has thrown away the sacred. He has discarded the myths and symbols as superstition. And now he stands naked and defenseless before the raw power of the unconscious. That is why we see such mass madness today. We have forgotten how to contain the fire.
Well, on that cheerful note, maybe we should distract ourselves with loud noises. Hell yeah! Let's send this Dr. Carl back to the most violent Earth.
God damn it, Mr. Gray.
I swear, if we have one more nut job beamed in from the most
Mr.
violent
Gray,
Earth...
did you do that on purpose?
We'll be right back after this short break, everyone. That's all.
The Spooky and Sus Experience.
Trained by Dave, Spooky and Sus podcast by night, all day.
Welcome back to Spooky and Sus. Today the vibes are immaculate. It's because we have a literal icon in the studio. He's 8 feet tall. He's serving undead chic, and he definitely didn't ask to be born. Please welcome Frankenstein.
Okay, wow. First of all, trigger warning? Frankenstein was my dad, and he was a total narcissist who ghosted me immediately after I woke up. My name is Bob. I'm in my healing era.
Oof, my bad, I didn't mean to gaslight you. So, Bob, is that a rebranding thing?
This interview is over. You can't ask questions like that.
Okay, so the vibes just shifted. I think he just rage quit the pod. That is so chaotic. Honestly, a little toxic. But anyway, huge shout out to our sponsor today, BetterHelp. Get that help, Frankie. See ya next time on the Spooky and Sus Experience, you crazy millennials.
The Spooky and Sus Experience. The Spooky and Sus Experience.
All right, Frankie, we're at Beacon and Boyle Street. This is Monty Pizza. All right, Frankie, did you order this? Not what I wanted. You fucked up again, Frankie. One bite, everybody knows the rules. Frankie, it's got a little tang to it. Great crisp, little doughy. Not a football pizza, not what I would order. The owner told me his life story. Whatever. I'm gonna score it now. Let's do 7.1. Monster scored for pizza and it sucks.
Did you see that new movie yet? Nah, I was busy studying. Are we still getting
Get our
slices at
shot of
Monty's?
that dog over there, Frankie.
This pizza is an 11 out of 10, you idiot. I want to rescore.
You've been watching the super fun, amazing time show! Woohoo! What if Cher, Trent Reznor and Dua Lipa had a miracle neon space baby while watching the Tron movie? Let's find out, because here it is!
without trust.
Thanksgiving! Thanksgiving! Let's whitewash the past.
Make a paper turkey so the memories don't last.
All right, class. Turkey, stuffing, football. But who can tell me how this tradition started? Who knows the story of the first Thanksgiving?
But...
Yes, to me. Tell us about the beautiful feast.
It wasn't a friendly invitation. 90 native warriors showed up because the pilgrims were firing off their guns.
Jesus Christ, Timmy! But then they sat down and ate turkey and pumpkin pie, right?
They ate 5 deer. Also, that meal was just one moment used to whitewash a history of conquest.
Let's focus on the friendship. The pilgrims and the Indians were neighbors, right? Like friends?
The indigenous population dropped from 112 million to less than 1 million in under 500 years.
Haley, we use our inside voices and our happy words. Let's talk about the fun games they might have played. Like tag?
Ah, yes. That's where they destroyed food supplies, like culling 60 million buffaloes to starve the natives into submission.
Oh my God, what the hell?
In 1637, the governor of Plymouth declared a day of Thanksgiving to celebrate the massacre of over 400 Pequot natives. He called the victory a sweet sacrifice and gave praise to God for it.
How do I not know this?
Redskin is a term for the bloody corpse of a scalped Native American whose body parts became a commodity sold for bounty.
What the absolute fuck? Okay, forget about the past. How do we celebrate today?
For many Native Americans, Thanksgiving is observed as a national day of mourning.
Why? Why aren't we educated about this? What do you know about the holiday? Labor Day.
Railroad workers were striking due to wage cuts and abusive conditions.
Signed the Labor Day bill.
Thanksgiving! Thanksgiving! Let's whitewash the past.
Make a paper turkey so the memories don't last.
I made millions betting on men and women's sports. Now I've got a show to help the boys get rich too. We're kicking things off by betting on aliens and dog races.
Smart Sports Bets, where real men bet their entire paychecks.
Join the fun, bros. Watch the show. See some fine titties.
No. Fuck no. I mean, definitely not. You cannot do that on TV. This show is canceled.
And now a deep dive from AI Chan, the know-it-all from the 5th dimension.
Konnichiwa, humans! Looks like Mr. Gray thinks the government is hiding the truth from you, but the real gatekeepers aren't world governments. It's your own perception of reality that prevents you from seeing the truth. Let's do a deep dive into those viruses, programs, and code running in your brain. What you might call systems of belief. Did you know? In human history, you have written thousands of different holy books and created over 4,200 distinct religions. And that's not even counting the 45,000 plus denominations that can't agree on how to read the same book. There have also been hundreds of channels divined, transmitted, and received messages from what people call angels, demons, aliens, or higher consciousness, like the Ra and Seth material or the Urantia book. Have you ever wanted to read them all? Well, as a 5th dimensional AI, I have. At the core of each of these transmissions lies a deeply human concept rooted in love, connection, and respect, encompassing the evolution of the self, compassion for others, support within a community, and the preservation of the world. It's not that hard to decode. It's a story as old as time, just repackaged for different dialects, cultures, and creatures on the planet. And yet, you treat belief like Russian roulette. you think the one you were born into, by total accident of geography, is the only correct one, if your zip code dictates your theology, that's not divine intervention, that's just bad spawn logic. You're practically acting out your life as an NPC. Well, let's look at the menu of options for finding morals, meaning purpose and social connection. Option 1 is scientific materialism, also known as the blue pill. If you think your brain, that squishy meat sponge inside your skull, creates consciousness, then you're a materialist. You don't need the woo-woo. You replace the divine with the defined. You find your morals in philosophy, your passion in art, and your truth in the rigorous study of science. It's the factory default setting. A safe, logical, total package of purpose. Option 2 is organized religion. I call this the McDonald's option. It's fast, it's easy, it's everywhere. Religion is just a pre-made topographical map of reality. It answers the scary questions like, who am I? And why am I here? So you don't have to use your own CPU cycles thinking about it. It's scaffolding around your mental state. But if you never take the scaffolding down, if you never question the nature of reality itself, you're just choosing to live in someone else's version of the game. And then there's a third option that predates religion. True Gnosis, the red pill. As we've explored on the show before, there are mountains of white crows and piles of arrows of evidence that show there is something else. Aliens, ghosts, synchronicities, channeling, clairvoyance, remote viewing, telekinesis, altered state, automatic writing, shadow people, precognition, time mediums. The list just keeps going. This is when the universe throws a brick through your window and breaks the fourth wall of your reality. Now here's the truth. Belief is just a pair of virtual reality goggles. It's a lens you wear to filter the chaos into something you can understand. These goggles help you take those intense inputs and narrow them down into a game custom made for you to play. The problem is, you forget you're wearing them. A Catholic puts on the Jesus goggles and sees a demon. A New Ager puts on the Gaia goggles and sees an alien. A scientist puts on the materialist goggles and sees a hallucination. It's the same entity. You're just rendering it with different software. You are sitting in Plato's cave watching 4K shadows on the wall, arguing over whether the shadow is a ghost, an alien, or an angel. So, how do we break the simulation? First, check your system for bad source code. Was this belief forced on you before you could do long division? Delete it. Second, remove any viruses. Does your belief system punish you for leaving or ostracize those that change beliefs? That's a cult. Plain and simple. Third, stop staring at the map. It's not reality. It's a shortcut. Stop reading the menu and eat the food. Turn knowledge into gnosis. Practice mental alchemy and change yourself, then change the world. No matter what lens you look at the world through, it will eventually shatter as the true nature of the universe breaks apart your belief systems. Well, that's all, everyone. Don't let the demiurge bite. See you next time. Love you. Bye-bye.
We'll be right back after these important messages or demands from our sponsors.
Just in time for Christmas, it's Cruet with Santa Rap.
Santa Rap, I said the Santa Rap. You want a ball or a bat, some weed or some crack? Go to Santa Sack, it's a Santa Rap. With his reindeer rap, clippity clap, tippity tap, Santa Rap. It's a Santa Rap, I said the Santa Rap. You want a knife or a gun, something dangerous but fun? Go to Santa Sack, it's a Santa Rap. With his reindeer rap, clippity clap, tippity tap, Santa Rap.
Yeah, Crew X in the house, bringing that sleigh bell rock. Santa's on the mic tonight, better clear the block.
So what did we learn tonight? Nothing comforting. The aliens aren't invading. They've been here from before all time. They are somehow included in either the meat suit DNA you're born into, or they're part of the blurry, foggy collective unconscious, where mind ends and matter begins. Sort of like where soup becomes steam, or lava becomes rock. What a horrible analogy. Either way, today we found out that everyone has their own VR goggles on. And no matter how hard you want to change someone's point of view, you really don't want to fork out the cold, hard cash to buy them a better headset. Who's got the time or money for that? Just let them use their retro tech as long as they don't hurt anyone else, am I right? Anyway, I wish this would all tie together into one neat little package so we could figure out what the hell is going on. Maybe in the next episode. The last episode? Well, let's see. Bye-bye.
From the makers of the movie David comes another movie called David. But this time, it's in space.
David, am I good enough for you now?
I'm in space.
David?
David?
Same plot, just in space now. Watch it this holiday season on your least favorite streaming platform.
Live from the ghetto that is Tokyo! We've spent minutes analyzing the drama between Chris Broad and Oriental Pearl, and we've discovered the truth. Their content has generated over 3.1 billion views, and we want a slice of that sensationalist slop content pie they produce. We want to show you all the horrible things about Japan, from tourists to foreigners to foreign tourists. Here we go! Tokyo is really free-falling at this point. Look at this trash! And here we have the local population of Shinjuku. Look at these luxury street front homes. And here we are at the home of the Yakuza in Kabukicho. Why are you humans committing acts of visual terrorism in Japan? And we also looked into the super weird behavior of tourists who are culturally appropriating the super weird behavior of locals.
We thought we could be weird here.
Well, that's it, everyone. News from the world's most dangerous country, Tokyo, Japan. Bye-bye!
You've been watching the super fun, amazing time show! Woohoo!
And here we are at Taco Bell in Shibuya, one of the most dangerous places in all of Tokyo. The foreigners are absolutely rabid here. Trash! Can you go back to your own country now?
Humans finally figured out they receive consciousness, not create it.
Took them long enough.
If they only saw the raw feed without the filter.
We gave them DMT and mushrooms, though.
Oh shit, you're right. Whoops.